Hey guys, Brent Walker here with the West Virginia Department of Transportation. With an impending winter event scheduled to pass through the Mountain State today, I thought it would be a good idea to discuss what our crews will be doing as it's happening. Let me begin by saying that we rely heavily on the National Weather Service for our forecast. We have within the DOH personnel whose job it is to make decisions about when we will put our crews on standby. If the winter event is forecast for the evening, we will have crews out that afternoon. If we're looking at early morning, we make the call the previous night. All that to say, DOH crews are out ahead of the event. With that in mind, let me talk about priorities. As much as folks don't like to hear it, because we do not have an endless supply of drivers or equipment, we must prioritize the routes being treated. First priority routes are roads of major importance, high traffic volumes. Those are interstates, major routes like U.S. routes and corridors, high traffic areas that connect urban areas. They will be plowed and treated first, and they will be maintained throughout the duration of the event. We will not go off those routes. Now, second priority routes have lower traffic volumes, and they might include bus routes that aren't included in the first priority routes. We will treat and plow those routes as conditions permit, but we'll use the same equipment and personnel assigned to first priority routes. In other words, during an active winter event, you should not expect secondary routes to be treated until after the event ends and we've completed the first priority routes. Now, priority 3 routes are low traffic volume routes that will receive attention only after the others have been covered, so it could be a while. So with that said, I'd like to mention some important points to remember during this upcoming winter event. The posted speed limit is based on dry, clear pavement, not wet, not icy, not snowy pavement. So when conditions are less than perfect, just slow down. We see more accidents are a result of motorists trying to drive too fast for the conditions. Bridges and overpasses freeze first, before the roadway. It's a fact, so don't be surprised. Our crews are out battling the elements, treating our roads, and making it safer to travel. So just because you haven't seen a plow doesn't mean they aren't out. A plow driver's route can average between 15 and 20 miles, and in many cases, both ways, which means it could take a considerable amount of time before the truck makes a second pass. Now, I mentioned safer. Travelers should not expect to see clear, dry pavement during a winter event. Now, if there is heavy traffic due to an accident, most of the time our plows are in it. We don't have special routes we can take to go around or through the traffic. Salt and abrasives are still the most commonly used snow fighting tool we have, but salt needs moisture to work. So when temperatures are in the teens or single digits, salt loses its effectiveness. Now, the DOH does pre-treat using a liquid brine, but mostly they do so in the mountain counties and southern areas of the state. Be prepared for snowy and icy conditions. Don't be caught off guard. Just slow down. The West Virginia Department of Transportation's Division of Highways will be out today, and every time there is a winter event forecast. We will be doing battle around the state with committed local professionals operating nearly 1,000 pieces of snow fighting equipment. We'll be using brine, calcium chloride, sodium chloride, or the over 182,000 tons of salt we have on hand to make sure traveling through the Mountain State is as safe as possible. Thanks for watching, and safe travels.